Let me be absolutely clear about one thing. At a time like this, a time when 600,000 workers have lost their jobs since January, when home values are falling, when paychecks are flat, when it's never been harder to save or retire, to buy gas or groceries, at a time when Americans are drowning in debt, oftentimes because they just can't keep up with the rising costs of everything, at a time when Americans are working so much harder for so much less. The fact that you're being called upon to help clean up Wall Street's mess is an outrage. It's an outrage that we're in a position where we are considering putting money up, putting money at risk that could have been invested and that can still be invested in affordable health care or renewable energy or better schools for our children. It's an outrage that we're in this mess. And we are here to make sure that it never happens again, because this moment did not arrive by some accident of history. This is not just a normal part of the business cycle. This was not just a few bad apples on Wall Street. It's not just a matter of firing a couple of people. This crisis is a direct result of a philosophy that the people who've been running Washington for the last 8 years have been following, and they've been following it for decades. A philosophy that says we should give more and more to those with the most and hope that prosperity trickles down on everyone else. A philosophy that says even common sense regulations are always unnecessary, always unwise, that they constrain the market. It's a philosophy that lets lobbyists shred consumer protections and put the needs of special interests ahead of working people. It's a philosophy that basically says we don't need adult supervision, and where everybody is just thinking short term all the time, what's in it for me, instead of what's in it for the country, what's good for the American people. It's a philosophy that prefers scoring political points to showing leadership. And what we've seen over the last few weeks is the final verdict on this failed philosophy. This is the consequence of 8 years of irresponsibility. And it is time we had some adult supervision in the White House. That's why I'm running for president of the United States. It's time to turn the page. That's the choice in this election. Let's be as clear as we can be here. Senator McCain has followed this failed philosophy for 26 years in Washington. Now he's running to give us another 4. He's fought against common sense regulations for decades. He's called for less regulation 20 times just this year. He said in a recent interview that he thought deregulation has actually helped grow our economy. Senator McCain, what economy are you talking about?